Okay, who's more excited to talk about their respective subject? Me about Usher or you about Taylor and Travis? I think it might be me about Usher.
I know you don't. That's why I gave you the homework.
But I don't want your Taylor Swift homework.
Oh, I thought that you did.
You don't pull off the sleeve?
God, my booty's big.
Well, just embrace it.
I don't want to. I don't want that. I'm like a almost 40-year-old mom.
Well, what do you want?
I don't know.
You want your
Be
ass?
a hot mom, but I don't want a hot ass mom.
Okay, I'll take your hot ass. Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, you know what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home. And who didn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 205 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. We are here together by ourselves.
Yes.
A lot of catching up to do as we
do.
enjoy. Welcome to the Coppola Studios.
Mm-hmm.
As we enjoy our little
Coppola Studios.
Blanc de Blanc from Sophia. We had Andrea Card, got her name right this time, the head winemaker for Coppola, on with us, and we did a tasting last week. Super, super fun.
It was fun.
So yeah, I love cans.
Yeah.
Like they're just so
They're so
fun and
easy.
cute, so cute.
I
Yeah,
drink
we don't have
these.
to open a whole bottle of wine. We're just gonna have one glass of the Sophia Blanc de Blanc. So yeah,
Because it is like 11 a.m. on a Tuesday or whatever.
is it? It's
So
10:22. But who's
10:20
counting?
is not even 11 a.m. So
Well, I mean, and I feel like to be good
that's
stewards,
when cans are perfect.
right? If we want to be good stewards of the Coppola brand, we need to
Yes.
be sure we're
Of course we
refining our
do.
palate with.
I've never
Coppola.
said no to a Coppola anything.
No.
In our studio.
Okay. So tons to talk about.
Yes.
We have Super Bowl to talk about. Valentine's Day, as Hattie calls it.
Oh.
Valentine's. I saw some Taylor and Travis notes in here. I know you're excited to discuss that. Okay, who's more excited to talk about their respective subject? Me about Usher or you about Taylor and Travis? I think it might be me about Usher.
Really?
Because now I'm like on a mission to go to his concert. Because now he's added
3 shows.
He has 3 shows now here, not just 1. Anyway, so yeah,
I
and
think
we've got
it might be you. Like
some-
Taylor's always there to
Always,
talk about.
yeah.
And this was Usher's big day.
It was. He was so good.
Mm-hmm.
He was so good. Like, and you forget how many. So what did you think? Like, as someone who's not like Usher obsessed, like I am.
I thought it was good. It was
Yeah.
great.
I feel like you're a little young for Usher.
Yeah, but
no, Ashley says no. Okay.
I mean, I
just think
do you
like
think your age
I think
demographic is even more
it is
obsessed.
my wheelhouse.
Yes.
Like that it is my wheelhouse. Well, and also too, you're talking about someone who like grew up and continues now into her mid 40s loving R&B, hip hop, gangster rap. Like that's my jam.
Yeah.
Like if you would have thrown Jodeci out there, like shit would have been out.
Who?
Like, Jodeci.
I just didn't hear what you said.
Jodeci?
Oh yeah, I don't know Jodeci.
Oh my gosh.
What's Jodeci?
I need a minute. I need a minute.
You know what Jodeci is?
Jodeci?
Yeah, what's
Lately?
Jodeci?
Oh my
I
god.
probably know the songs.
Mm.
Sing it for me.
Lately I had the strength. I can't. I can only sing when Casey and JoJo are with me.
That was terrible.
Lately, I've had the strangest feeling when the very reason here to find.
Okay.
And yet the thought of losing you's been hanging around my mind. Casey, sing it, sing it. Far more frequently, you're wearing perfume. No?
No.
And with you say no special place to go. Whoa. Yeah, it's great. Jodeci is fucking amazing.
Okay.
So
I
anyway,
don't know Jodeci, but that sounds
You
like
need
a
to
romantic
do-
song.
okay, just like you sent me like a couple of Taylor albums randomly when I was in Mexico
you
for me
listen?
to explore. I feel like I already knew those ones.
Like all the songs though, not just
I
like
mean,
a couple of them.
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't learn all of the Taylor
Well,
Swift.
that's why I sent it to you
Is it? I don't
to
really.
explore the album.
I went to her concert and I listened to her with my kids. Like I don't really.
I know you don't. That's why I gave you the homework.
But I don't want your Taylor Swift homework.
Oh, I thought that you did.
I think you should give Julie some music
No,
homework.
she doesn't take my homework. I won't take
No,
her
no.
homework.
I think we don't know. We just need to respect. Like I love it that yes, that you keep
Remember, no,
exploring
it wasn't just like random. It rooted from a conversation we
talked
had
about it.
where I was saying that I didn't realize like just how many good songs she had, and I didn't realize the depth of her,
Okay.
all of her music and how, just how much there was and how
Right.
good some of the songs were that I had never really listened to because they
Okay.
weren't on the radio. And I was telling you that, and you were like, oh, and I was like, I'll send you some of the albums to listen to, and you're in Mexico because you don't have any, you're in Mexico.
Okay. So I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I wasn't just giving you homework.
Okay. Well, and but I will say, no, I appreciate you
I was
thinking of
following up
that.
on a
Following up.
conversation
Okay.
that we had.
Okay, got it. I just will say that I feel like I have the proper amount of appreciation for Taylor with my current existing knowledge of her musical catalog. But if I get bored one day, I will
I
definitely
mean, yeah, you just put it on when you
look into
clean or
midnight
whatever. That's
and
what I do.
whatever you want. Midnight.
folklore.
Folklore. Yeah.
Mhm.
That. Yeah.
Midnights.
Yes. I don't know if you would be into Jodeci.
I don't think so.
I feel like that's for like small town West Texas girls.
Yeah, I think that has probably passed me by already. I'm good on that. But
Yeah, this
okay,
is
so you
amazing.
loved it. So what all did you love about it?
I just loved everything. I thought it was so good. I forgot how many songs. Even I love him so much, and I love so much of his music. There were still songs that I forgot he had, and then he would play like 5 seconds of them, and then I would get into it, and then he moves on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
So it made, you know what I mean? It was a good little teaser, but I thought it was great. Excuse me, blanc de blanc.
Blanc de blanc.
Blanc de blanc de burp. So I thought it was great. But I wanted more. And so that now I'm like, okay, now I want to go to his concert.
Yeah, I mean, it
So
was
he
so
comes
smart by
here
him
in, is it
or
October?
right before the tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he knew what he was doing.
Yes.
Yeah. So he'll be here in October. And so I'll have to wait because, now I can't make plans in October because the Rangers are
Right.
the World Series champions. So,
Yeah.
got to wait and see how that all plays out. Or I'll just get tickets and then you can always sell them if you have to.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
probably a better move.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got 3 dates now.
And I heard that it was crazy expensive. And is it sold out
Probably.
already?
I have no idea. I haven't looked. We were going to kind of
'Cause-
slow roll it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Justin, I'm going to Justin Timberlake this
That's
June.
right.
And then if I could go to Justin and Usher in the
I
same
want to go to
calendar year,
Justin.
Justin is going to be
It's on
legit.
my birthday.
June
4th.
4th. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Tickets are not cheap.
Yeah, I know. I won't be buying. It would just be if someone
Someone
gifted.
wanted to gift you. Hey, what do you want to gift to Julie?
Give me some Justin tickets. Those are at Dickies. We really need to partner with Dickies. I've thought about
Dude,
that.
Dickies is awesome.
Because we were out there for Panther City. It is
Let
a
me tell you
great.
something. Dickies don't partner with nobody.
Yeah.
Their shit is expensive.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we could
crazy.
partner with one of the
Justin?
vendors at Dickies. You know what I mean? There's got to be a workaround here.
Okay,
Yeah.
get after it.
I wonder if Coppola sells there.
They do, don't they?
Noble Vines did.
Oh, yeah. It's all the
Interesting.
Delicato family.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
You
so
could go do tastings. Would you go to a Justin Timberlake concert for free if for like 2 hours leading up to it you had to wear a little outfit and do wine tastings?
no,
I would.
no, I'd rather just pay for it.
Do you remember the era of Bacardi girls?
Were you one?
I took a quick little swim through that. Yes.
Oh, do tell.
I mean, there's not much to tell.
What
but
did you have to wear
it was
as
like-
a Bacardi girl?
It was like 1 month. Like I had friends that did it legit, like through college, and made a shit ton of money.
So where did the money come from? Like just you
Uh,
get tips or
no, they paid you a lot.
they did?
They paid you a lot, like hourly, to go do these tastings and wear little outfits.
Bacardi taste. Okay.
Bacardi girls.
Is there any pictures of this?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had some friends, like I said, that did it, and then I think it was like just a couple events. They needed an extra person or something.
Right.
So I was like, okay. And then I'd make, at the time, I don't know, $35 an hour, $40
Yeah.
when you're in college. That's a
Oh, yeah.
lot.
So what did you wear, Bacardi
It
girl,
was just
Julie?
it was just like a tank top and I think like booty
Just some
shorts.
cleaves, some cleave out.
I've never really been a cleave person. Like I don't do that very well. Wasn't
pull
built
off the
that
sleeve?
way. But they did. I mean, it was push-up bra phase
Oh,
of life.
okay.
Like where it push
Oh, yeah.
in, push them up, and then
Push
you
'em
wear the low Bacardi tank top,
And then booty shorts.
like little booty shorts.
Was your booty hanging out?
Probably.
Oh,
Let's be real.
okay.
I mean, my booty always hangs out. My
Oh.
booty's big.
Your booty does not always hang out, nor it never hangs
I'm
out.
learning this. I wasn't aware, but
What,
like
that
it's
you-
really big.
That your booty. Well, I'll take some. I got, dishpan ass over here. Like, I'll take some booty.
Ryder can't help but slap my booty every
Oh.
time I wear Lululemon yoga pants.
He slaps it.
He slaps
Okay,
it.
isn't there something super unnerving
And I get
about
it. When I
someone
look in the mirror, I'm like,
smacking your
"Ah."
ass?
Um,
That's the look everybody's going
I know,
for, though.
but people with the dishpan ass or whatever don't have to worry about it looking like. I don't want that. I'm like a almost 40-year-old mom.
But we do have to
But
worry
I
about looking
have
like
that.
a dishpan.
But I,
Hey,
I don't want to have.
We all got
I
our
don't
own
want
problems,
my ass to be
Julie.
a focal point at like kids' basketball games on a Saturday, but I want to wear my yoga pants,
know.
and I don't always want to wear a giant sweatshirt that covers my hat.
I know. Well, just embrace it.
I don't want to.
Well, what do you
I
want?
don't know.
Why not be a hot mom?
Do you
Julie?
want
Come
your
on.
Be a hot mom, but I don't want a hot ass mom.
Okay, I'll take your hot ass.
I
Pass
like
it on
I work
over
with
here.
all men. Like I don't want to be like that, but I do want to wear yoga pants.
Okay, well, just embrace it, baby. Yeah, just embrace it. Who cares? You are what you are. We are what we are. You know, this is all I got
This is
going.
what
for
we
me.
are.
This is it.
Things changing.
No, not
This is what we got.
drastically.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
I don't know. Speaking of, I did do some hot works today.
Oh, you did today?
First time. So I'm so into my Peloton, but
Yeah.
I want to get in there and do hot
Which
stuff.
one did you do?
So I did my own program, just because I wanted to I wanted to stretch.
Mm.
Like I want to use
Yes.
that, not even necessarily to like
Well, and you can't
sweat all
That's
over
kind of the beauty of
everything.
it.
So I'm like, on certain days, time will allow for me to do a 45-minute workout in there. But today I was like, I just want to go and experience it. And I want to get more flexible. Like, I'm really not
Yeah.
flexible. And so I feel like that's good for you, is to get,
Oh, yeah.
and the heat's good for you. So I just went for like 20 minutes and started a Pilates class
Mhm.
and just stopped after like 20 minutes.
Okay.
But Pilates is it's a lot of stretching.
The
So,
classes are really great.
They're good and they're hard, and I loved it.
Yeah,
But
so-
there's a booty burn or a booty class I need to do.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
all
I can
kinds of-
get some junk in my trunk.
Yes, you could get some junk in your
I
trunk.
need some junk in my trunk.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love sweating. Like something
I
about
know.
even especially after like
Makes
you
you feel
go
good.
if you drink at night
Yeah.
or like one night and you go in the next morning, you can just sweat and stretch and whatever. But then
Yes.
if you want the really hard workout, you can do the Pilates or the bar.
Yeah,
or
so
the
shout out to Hot Works.
yoga. Hot Works.
There's one right by my house.
Oh, good. I'm so
Super awesome.
excited.
I know. I'm
'cause
excited.
I love it.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that to my attention.
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to do Taylor and Travis in sports scores? No, or we should.
Are you done with Usher? Sorry, I didn't mean. to
No, I
steal
am.
it.
I'm done with Usher. I mean, I just love him. And
Would you like the roller skating?
I love the roller skating. I thought he and Alicia Keys were a little.
He was all over that ass.
He was all over that ass, like quite
And,
literally.
like hands in front too.
I mean, they
Like
look.
hands in the abdomen.
I know. Was she pregnant?
No.
She's not.
Not that I know of.
I don't say that because of the way she looked. I just say that because I heard it on the radio this morning.
That she was pregnant?
The question of.
The downbeat guys?
It was.
Yeah,
They don't know about stuff.
they're not probably tasteful with their opinions.
No, but I didn't know. I thought she was great. I don't know. I just thought the halftime performance was fantastic. Roller skating, and he's like doing it live. Like
He did it. Well, that was
shout-
great.
yes, hats off, shout out. I mean, like way to
What did
go.
you think of all the sweat?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it real,
so
you think?
He was so sweaty.
He was so sweaty.
I wanted to give him a towel,
Yeah.
or I'll dab it for him.
Just go do a little dab. This is the mom version of the dab. Isn't that a dance?
Yes.
But this is the mom version.
Dab.
Let's just dab you off a little bit.
I know,
Keep
but
going,
he's so
little
cute, and he's art. I
sweet
think he's
honey.
my age. Like I just feel like he's. I just love him so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and Jodeci.
Yeah.
I really got to get you into Jodeci.
Nope.
No, it's not gonna happen. Okay. Yes. So I'm done with Usher. Hats off. Can't wait to see him in October. Let's talk some Taylor and Travis.
Yes. Oh.
Okay. Are people you seeing people starting to turn on them? Like people that were okay with them starting to turn? Because I'm seeing it with my girlfriends.
Oh,
And
really?
I was like, I just can't handle how dramatic Taylor is. And I'm like, well, I mean,
Yeah. I don't
okay.
know. I
feel like
actually
people are
felt
starting
like
to turn.
I didn't hear as much complaining about them with all the Super Bowl stuff, and there was so much PDA and everything else.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too is because some very like prolific men have come out and said like, dudes, if you're crushing on this woman, you're just super insecure.
Yeah.
I mean, basically the same thing you said. Like I saw a thing from Colin Cowherd.
Yep.
I think it was like Charles Barkley.
Yep.
Like, what's
A lot of
wrong with you
people.
dudes? Like, what's wrong with
Stephen
you?
A. Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Super Bowl was like 4+ hours. She was shown for like 53 seconds.
53
like,
seconds.
Fucking get over yourself. Like,
Let
who
me
cares?
tell you.
Yeah, I mean, but who
Let
cares?
me tell you this. The 2024 Super Bowl earns the most viewers for any telecast since the moon landing in 1969.
Yeah. So we were on our way to, Henry had a game on Sunday morning and we stopped to get donuts. Me and Hattie did. And I see a girl dad, #girldad at the donut shop. And I was like, oh, who are you rooting for the Super Bowl? He's like, oh my God, for the first time ever, my girls woke up this morning. They're like, it's Super Bowl Sunday. What time's the game on? What channel? What are we doing? He was like, never have they said a word
Yep.
about football, Super Bowl, could give two shits. But now they're like rooting for the Chiefs. And also too, they have Texas Tech connection. So they're rooting for Mahomes. But you know,
Yeah.
he's like,
and I heard
it's
so
a
many people
real,
say that.
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, and she's like, I just love her. Like, I think she's fantastic. Like, she's playing her cards pretty well. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fucking shit to deal with the attention, the cameras constantly, everyone overanalyzing everything, saying you're in bed with fucking, who are they in bed with? The Democrats and the
They're playing for
Pfizer
the
and the blah blah blah.
It's insane.
And I'm sure Travis Kelce is a very intelligent human being on certain levels of certain things, but I'm like, I don't think Travis Kelce is like that high up where he's like can think. Is that me being judgy?
No,
Mean?
I see what you're saying.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that, like, I think Taylor could pull fucking anything off.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see his post game? Like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that he's like calculated and deliberate
No.
enough to where he could
He's not.
pull off a massive left-wing conspiracy or right-wing, whatever wing conspiracy it is.
Yeah.
Like, seems a little bit of a stretch.
He's
to me.
definitely not. And like, that's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
And anything
crazy.
anything about it being a PR stunt or whatever. Like I have lots of good friends that are Chiefs fans from
Yeah.
going to Mizzou, but one lives here and she's from Kansas City. And so she was very into it. And she was telling me, she's annoyed by, I could see where if you're a long time Chiefs fan, you could get annoyed with all of this, or you could change your perspective and be like, how awesome is it that so many people are loving my team? Did you see like all the shots from around the world, all these people in Chiefs jerseys
Really?
watching? Yeah, just because she's a worldwide
Yeah.
global superstar and it's her boyfriend. I think people who are huge Taylor fans or anything, like you follow her journey through her music. That's her whole deal. And so to see her finally like just so happy and being out in public.
Well, and people being like, I
It's-
mean, it's not like the NFL needed Taylor Swift. Like, nobody's saying that they needed
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, but you cannot deny
It's a boom. Yeah.
she did not have an impact
Yeah.
on what has
Well, that's why it was
gone
the
on.
most watched
this season.
Super Bowl.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, it's insane the
I know.
impact that she's had.
and
But
she does seem to be like, and it's all being so overanalyzed and scrutinized. Like, I mean, I think about like the social anxiety that I have in
Yeah.
my little job in little Rangers land, and like just over the course of 25 years of being on television, have established some serious social anxiety, like some serious,
yeah.
not serious, but like legitimate social anxiety. And so for her, like just the amount of scrutiny, the overanalyzation of her every move,
Yep.
to just be kind of like, F it, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to chug a beer. I'm going to make out with my boyfriend on the field.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
I think
Good
that's
for you.
why Swifties are so happy, because she
Yeah.
did all of that for a long time. Like the whole time she was dating Joe Alwyn, which is 6 years, they had like just a few public appearances, and it was always like running as fast as they could in front of the paparazzi covering
Yeah.
their face, and he was always like trying to hide her, and he wanted to put her. We're going to learn a lot more about this in the Tortured Poets department album that she announced, because I think a lot of it is about that. Like, he wanted to keep her behind closed doors. He didn't want to be public with her. They loved sad songs. Like, they were just like, it sounded like dark and depressed. Like,
Right.
and it wasn't her. Like, that's not who she is.
Yeah.
And it put her in a bad place. And now with Travis, she's like 100% authentic, being herself. Like you said, and girlfriend can party.
Yes. I love it. And that's, yes.
That's like one of the
Yeah.
things I wanted to talk about. I'm like, oh, can
She's
you
chugging beer.
imagine? So she's 34.
Yeah.
Like, she's not 25.
No.
She's
She's also no kids.
no kids, and that's huge.
It's huge.
But like to do everything that she had done, and to play 4 nights in Tokyo on a sold out giant stadium
So is
arena
she done?
thing.
Is she done with the
No,
tour?
she's going to Australia
Fuck.
like tomorrow. Like,
Girl.
yes, and then to fly in town, and then to stay up. Did you see they partied till 5 a.m.? And every single time she was on camera, starting with the Super Bowl like pregame, which was at 4, she had a drink in her hand.
She did.
I was like trying to, and I need to like make a list of all the ones I saw,
Of all
because
the
there was
drinks?
definitely champagne. There's a red drink that she's usually drinking. I'm like, is that vodka cranberry? I just feel like she's better than that, but she almost always has a red vodka
Like
cranberry looking drink
Yeah.
in her hand at the suite. And then there's one at the club, because they were dancing and kissing and partying till 5 a.m. where she has 3 drinks in her hand and she's dancing. You know, they were playing Taylor Swift songs in the club.
Yeah.
It just was like, she posted on TikTok for the first time in like a decade that it was really cute. She posted like, they told me it was going to be a friends and family party, and they're at the club, and there's like thousands of
Yeah.
people, and she's sitting there with her parents, and she looks at her, does a little like, turns the camera around to herself, and she's like, ooh. Like,
Yeah.
she brought both her mom and dad, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden they're sitting there
Friends
clubbing.
and family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some friends that were there at the friends and family
Oh,
party.
really?
And they had a video of her, like, there she is, she's here, and I'm
Amazing.
like, yeah, I don't know how friends and family.
Yeah, it just looked like she was having the time of her life. And
Yeah.
then Jason Kelce, just fucking ridiculous,
Oh,
like
yeah.
wearing a mask and those overalls, and like every single.
And then did you see how Kylie wouldn't wear? She was wearing
Yeah.
Cincinnati gear.
Yeah, she like won't wear Chiefs
Bearcats gear, where they went to college. She wouldn't wear Chiefs gear.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that.
Right.
I appreciate that.
It's hard. Yeah, if you say you're a huge Eagles fan, it's
Well,
hard to
it's
weird
like
to
it's
just-
kind of like with the like with Mike and I with TCU and Tech. Like, I'll wear purple if they're not playing Tech and we're going to the game, but like
Yeah.
I've never worn like a Go Frogs or a
right.
whatever. If Sonny
But you'll
Dykes
wear
is
a
a friend
purple
of mine. What I'll wear purple, whatever. But I'm not ever gonna wear a
Texas Tech, hard.
Right.
I mean, TCU, hard.
right. Just like I would never wear an Astros
Oh God, no.
jersey or a
Yeah,
whatever. Anyway, yeah, I thought they were super cute.
it was super cute. and they
5
just seem
a.m..
So in love, and it's
Yeah.
really exciting, because he is he might be like a little bit dumb or whatever, which I don't even. I mean, he's whatever, just probably
Do you
like
think
an
she
average
was
person.
embarrassed at all when he was on the podium?
It was funny because the shot of her was like, like when he was.
what was he? Viva Las Vegas!
And this is just what he's done for
So
years. But he like
aggressive.
goes full WWE
Right,
wrestler.
and then you can't even like blame the it's not like he's drunk at that point.
No.
I mean, he
He's
hasn't
like,
even left the field.
100% like
That's who
drunk
he
on
is.
adrenaline at that point.
Yes.
And like, I can't imagine that feeling to win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Your
Well,
third.
and speaking of adrenaline, the moment with he and Andy Reid.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? That made me tense. I thought, here we go. This is going to get blown up.
And it has.
But you know what? I feel like rightfully so. Like, we should analyze it. We should look at it. Because I think if it were any other player, like, it would be analyzed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are like, oh, Travis Kelce and Andy Reid have this relationship, and that's great. But, I mean, I think it's worth looking into and talking about. But, like, to completely, like, say he's, a violent human being and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's a little bit of a stretch for me. Did he cross the line? I think he did.
Yeah, I don't
like,
think
not
you put
cool.
Your hands on
You
it,
can't do that. You can't. I mean,
and Andy Reid, when he was asked about it, it was funny. He's just like, I felt like he's trying to cover for Travis.
yeah.
And he was like, yeah, he just caught me off balance. Normally I'd be able to shove him back. Is kind of what he said. He's like, but he caught me in a moment. I didn't see it coming or whatever.
Right. Which is
Travis laughed it off too.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, that's bush league of him to do that. Like, you don't do that. You don't embarrass your head coach that way. You shouldn't do that.
No.
But do I feel like it's like some deep pattern of, whatever? No. Like, yeah, he had a moment.
He's thrown his helmet, So people are like, just wait till they get in a fight. And
he got caught. I mean, these dudes are effing trying to kill each other.
They are.
Like, every 40 seconds.
He was yanked from the Super Bowl, and the tight end that was in for him and was supposed to be blocking didn't. And then, it led to
But I think making it into
things.
a bigger deal other than it just being a moment, if it happened 1,000,001 times, I mean, and I don't even care about throwing your helmet. Like, you throw that happens,
Yep.
I don't care about that, but you can't get all up on your.
No, yeah. But yeah, I think overall it was like just a fairy tale little night for them.
What's the Donna Kelce Ziploc jacket and Southwest flight?
Well,
note?
Donna Kelce, sweet Donna Kelce, like she just seems so normal, and she's been thrown into this world. And she's taking, like, I follow her on Instagram, and she's taking, like, endorsement opportunities and stuff. So, like, she's posted. And it's just so funny seeing, like, a 65-year-old or whatever she is woman doing the influencer thing.
Love it.
Because she's got the opportunity. Like, there was one where she was like, I'm on a cruise. And, like, she doesn't really know how to, she's, like, showing the room. And then I saw where, I guess it was at the Super Bowl, Ziploc sponsored her. So she wore a white jean jacket and it said Ziploc right here.
Stop it.
And it was like
How did I miss this?
Yeah, like Team Mom or something on the bottom. So they're like literally buying branding on her clothes because they know it's probably much cheaper way to be shown on the Super Bowl than like a halftime commercial. Or sorry, just a commercial in general. Or halftime show or whatever. And then like there was a video I saw of her like flying back on Southwest just in coach, and the little Southwest flight attendant's like, we have royalty, Mama Kelsey's on the plane. And she's just like,
hey.
And I'm like, what a crazy life she is leading right now. And, trying to balance like, okay, I'm just a mom to these two boys who I love so much.
Right.
And now I'm like thrust into this giant Taylor Swift spotlight.
I wonder if she has a manager or if like her agent, if the boys, if Jason and Travis's like, agency has kind of taken her under their umbrella.
That's a good question. I mean, she definitely could have a manager at this point.
Yeah.
And I know she like.
Well, I mean, Kylie too, like the whole family. I wonder if they have.
I mean, they are all going to be able to capitalize on who Travis is dating.
Yeah. Doll. Yeah. Wait, no. I don't know if she does or not.
She does Mahomes.
She does Mahomes. I don't know if Jacqueline does. I don't know if she does Travis.
No, but it might be fun to bring her on again. Via Zoom or something.
Yeah, she just had a baby.
Yeah.
Just
just
had
talk
a baby,
about
like,
all the Super
week
Bowl
of the
stuff.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
So she was married to a former Ranger. For those who haven't seen the episode, it was early on.
Jacqueline Dahl, David Dahl's wife.
In our
she
show.
is a fucking stud.
Yeah, so she's like Pat Mahomes' marketing agent.
Yes. And she's got a bunch of, I know she had Wes Welker. I don't know. She's got a pretty sizable, good roster.
Her back on
and she's done really well. I mean, obviously Patrick Mahomes has done very well for himself.
Yes. So, yeah, it was fun. I just loved it. I love having that storyline to follow along with when watching sports, because it is. It's so fun.
And then Blake, you put Blake Lively in there. So when we were watching, everybody was like, oh, there's Brittany Mahomes, which also, too, I feel like there's so much hate around Brittany. Like, granted, she's outspoken, But like, it's not. She's been with Pat since he was,
You're like,
12 or
yeah.
whatever. Like, it's just like, people. They don't like it when people talk, or when, especially you run into a whole scenario where it's like you are the wife of Patrick Mahomes, and so you just need to be his wife and basically keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Which is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just you're in a difficult spot. She's in a difficult spot. As far as, how she handles herself and what she does, and not being able to kind of speak your mind, because you're going to get all kinds of public backlash because now you're a public figure because of who you're married to, but also it's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, back to the whole Blake Lively thing. They were like, "Oh, there's Brittany Mahomes." I'm like, "That is not Brittany Mahomes." And they were like, "Who is it?" I was like, "It's Blake Lively."
Yeah.
And she looked beautiful.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did Blake and Beyonce go to the same hairstylist before the game? Because weren't they both like big Texas hair?
Yeah. I don't.
Like
did you hear
curly?
that?
No,
or are you
no,
just saying
no,
that?
I was just saying that.
Okay. Yeah. Beyonce is releasing country music.
Which she looked beautiful.
Yeah, it's bizarre that she's releasing country music.
But have you heard the songs? So
Yeah.
I've heard two
Yeah.
that she released. One of them is really good.
Yeah.
Like the Hoedown or Showdown or
Yeah, Texas
Hold'em,
Texas
Texas Hold'em.
Hold'em.
I thought it
Yeah.
was really good. The second
Yeah.
one I was like, okay, I'm not really, but whatever. Beyonce can do whatever the fuck she wants.
She can,
Yeah,
yeah. And
quite
Blake
literally.
Lively is awesome and
Yes.
looked great. And I feel like they are just like we would be good friends with them.
Duh.
I mean, they're
Obviously.
chugging beers, they're chest bumping.
Yes.
They don't give a shit.
She's wearing an Adidas tracksuit
wearing an Adidas
with
tracksuit with
800 bracelets.
Yes, I saw like
Yeah.
a thing on how much everything cost that she wore, like $40,000 necklace, like
Stop it.
just insane. And
So
the-
they're just like us.
they're
Taylor and Blake.
They're just like us, but like really rich
just like us, but really
and dating
dating.
Ryan Reynolds, married to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But I love that like she's a mom of 3, 4, and
Is
like
she?
yeah, and she just
I feel like her and Ryan Reynolds are super cute.
they're super cute. And
Yeah.
they're really funny. And I feel like
Yeah.
Taylor and Travis are super cute and really normal and funny. Like
Yeah.
Travis is a goober. Like he's
Total
such
goober.
a goober. And Taylor is great, everything about her, whatever. So I
Well,
love
I
them.
thought it was a great Super Bowl halftime. We're going to talk
Yes.
about the game in a minute, but I thought it was a great halftime. I thought like
was
the
fun.
anthem was great. Reba did good.
Yeah.
Post Malone did awesome. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't sure about the one before Post Malone.
There was a lot of pre-game
There was
music.
so many songs.
I know.
Yeah. I feel like they should start it earlier.
We got to our friend's house at like 3-something. They were like ready to go, and we
Can we start it
was-
at 4?
didn't start. Yeah.
Central,
so
5
late.
Eastern? I know.
Did your kids stay up and everything? You were at your
My
house,
kids
which is
did.
convenient.
Mike went to bed. Yeah, we were at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had friends over and they all left after the third quarter.
Really?
Like we're so now in this groove of like you don't stay out late on school nights.
Well,
Like unless it's like a special occasion.
yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
We did not get home till 11.
Yeah. Well,
And the
listen,
kids were up.
YOLO, Super Bowl.
They survived.
Okay, let's get to some actual game talk. Sports Courts brought to us by our friends at Early Bird, which came
Yay.
in handy because I was so fired up because I did bet on the game.
Oh.
Very legally, I bet on the game. Yeah, I took the Chiefs.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So did you win some money?
I won a Nicky Knack. You know what a Nicky Knack is?
No.
Nickel. 500.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wanted to go bigger, but I was too scared.
Nice. Was it just a straight up bet on
Straight
the
up.
Chiefs?
No, so they were getting 2 points.
Okay.
So if they would have lost by 1, I would have still won anything
Gotcha.
better than that.
Yeah.
So, but it was tight the whole time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It
So-
was. So you had
I had
a lot
action.
a lot invested. You
I
had
had
action on it.
had action
And it was a
on it.
really good game.
And I haven't bet I haven't bet in a long time. And I did some squares.
yeah.
But I didn't do like any prop bets or anything like that. So yeah. Anyway,
Hell
so
yeah.
yes, I did. stay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, we are very grateful to our partners at Early Bird, and I love how many people in
Yes.
our lives, in our world, are trying the Early Bird and loving it and realizing what it can do for you.
So one of our friends, I will not reveal her name because I don't know if she wants me to say, but one of our friends that we both know texted me and was like, "Can you tell me the discount code?" Because I sent her some to try. She was like, "Oh, these really work?" I'm like, "Yes, they do." I've done that twice in the last 2 weeks with friends that are like, "Do these really work?" And I'm like, "Yes, they do. Send them a 4-pack." And then they're like, okay, give me that discount code. So yeah. We
it's
love
great.
the early bird.
They're so good, in that discount code that Emily's referencing is the mom game in all caps. If you go to earlybirdcbd.com, and then type in the mom game at checkout, you'll get 20% off your first order online. And if you've done it before, it has been reset. So you can get that 20% off again right now. And the early bird gummies have a hint of THC in them. So there's a little bit of something that will really just help you chill out, relax, after a long day of work, parenting, whatever it is. Maybe you don't want to pour that glass of wine or two and you just need to chill. It's the perfect solution, and it really does help you sleep. That's not what they advertise, but it really does help you sleep. You can go into a deep slumber because of early bird. So it's a wonderful gift. I'm going to gift some to a couple of friends for their birthday coming up. And we highly recommend them, and they're great partners to us here on the Mom Game. Earlybirdcbd.com. Use the Mom Game, all caps, at checkout. And if you try it, let us know what you think. Tag us in a picture and let us know what you think about the early bird gummies.
Yay, early bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took some after because I was so wound up from the Super Bowl because it was so
Because
you
you
know,
had
up
action.
and down, and I had action, and I had winning action.
Right.
Okay, so the game was great. I mean,
Yeah.
Chiefs go down 10, get a field goal. It was, I say it was great. It was boring in the first half.
The Chiefs
First
didn't
half
get
was
anything
boring.
going. Yeah.
It was,
Couple
it was
of
pretty
turnovers,
boring.
one on either side.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But then field goal before the half, which I thought was big. And then,
56.
yes, and then they get the ball in the second half to start, but then they didn't do shit with it.
Uh-huh.
And then it just started going, then the back and forth.
Back
happened,
and forth,
which
back
was
and
so
forth.
fun.
And
And
overtime.
And then not understanding the rules because my kids were trying to ask me, and I'm like, okay, I feel like if they score a touchdown, they win, but they
That
wouldn't
has
have.
changed. Yeah.
They changed the overtime rules in the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
And the playoffs.
Okay. To where even if you score a touchdown on that first drive, whereas in the regular season, if you score a touchdown on that first drive, game's over.
Yep.
But it's kind of like the college rules where
Which is how it should be.
I agree.
And you and your kids aren't the only ones. Did you hear the 49ers
Yes.
players saying
What the fuck?
like that they didn't know the new rules
Right.
and they didn't
because
know?
just like in college, if you win the toss, you defer
Right.
and let them go first so you know what you
You
need.
can match it or raise them.
Right.
a
Go for
2-point
two,
conversion or whatever.
Yeah. So,
And so, yeah, word came out after. It's like the 49ers players did some interviews. I'm sure their coaches are like, shut up!
shut the fuck up.
Like that, like we didn't know the rules in overtime. So, and then you heard the Chiefs players saying, oh, well, yeah, we've been practicing this for weeks and we knew exactly what we were going to do.
Right. Well, I mean, and also too, isn't it just the strategy of it to
Yeah.
where once you saw you're going to overtime, you huddle everybody up and it's like, okay, here's the deal.
Right.
It doesn't matter they're going to get a chance to match us.
Yeah.
Regardless of what we do. So before we go out for that coin toss, why don't we talk about this if we win?
You would
'Cause
think.
I feel like that's kind of the only misstep.
Right.
I mean, I don't think they would have gone for if they would have everybody would have been on the same page about the rules that they would have gone for it instead of kicking the field goal
Yeah.
on fourth down, or maybe
No.
they would have. But you have the coach is making that call, so he's got to know. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like, yeah, that's kind of a pretty.
Who won the coin toss?
Well, the Niners won the coin toss, and then they took it.
And that's the difference.
Right.
Right. Like that.
And so-
It's not what they did on that drive. It's
Right.
that they didn't defer.
Correct.
So if they would have known the rules, they would have deferred. So then you see what the Chiefs do.
That's what I
so then you
mean.
can
So
match
even if you hadn't gone over it in practice,
Yeah.
as a coaching staff, do you not say to those fools headed out
Yes.
there for the coin toss, if
And
we win the toss,
you would think so.
defer?
You would think that's the most important thing that you could
Or
say.
do they get just?
But the coach said he didn't know. Like,
Oh, he did.
yeah, or the offensive
a
coordinator,
pretty-
yeah,
That's a
that he
pretty
didn't
glaring.
know. So yeah, it's crazy. And then the Chiefs, of course, like said they had planned for it. They knew exactly what they were going to do. They knew if they had the opportunity, they were going to go for the 2-point conversion. If the 49ers had deferred, that's what they were going to do. So, and anytime you give it to Pat Mahomes, right, to drive down the field and score a touchdown in Super Bowl overtime,
Yeah.
he's gonna do it.
I
He's
know.
gonna do it, and he
It's
really
so
does.
crazy
It's
how
so
good
fun
he is.
watching how good he is. Because until I converted to a full-time Chiefs fan, hadn't watched like every
Yeah.
play or whatever, but like When the offense can't get going, he just starts fucking running.
Like, I've watched him long enough now to where when he makes a bad play, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
you just take it.
come on. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You just get so spoiled by the fact that he's able to, like, there was that one play where you started to run and then, like, tried to, like, jump, and it was, like, so awkward.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is he doing? And then it's like, you're so spoiled by the fact that he's just able to pull a rabbit out of the hat pretty much every effing time.
And there's gonna be those little plays that you're like,
well,
what the
and
fuck?
it's just like, I likened it to, on a much smaller scale and not for this extended period of time, but when in 2005 when Vince Young was quarterbacking Texas, like that there was just something
so fun.
Like he would just pull something out of his ass and be like, okay, I got this. And like the confidence that his teammates had in him, like all that spills over. Offense, defense, special teams, that like, you've got this guy that's touching the ball every effing play, and what he's capable of.
Yep.
And you have that like underlying confidence.
Gonna do whatever it takes, so you better raise your game too, because he is.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. I thought it was, anytime you get overtime in a Super Bowl, granted first half was pretty slow, but I thought it was great.
It was great. I was so glad they won, for all of my real Chiefs friends, and so we could get
real Chiefs fans.
So we could get Taylor and Travis on the field afterwards and partying till 5 a.m. because they would not have done that. They probably would have gone home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm so glad.
Yeah, you can't party
that
after you lose.
Content has been feeding me
so much content
all week.
I'm a little worried about you.
You should be.
Thank you. Okay. TMG News Desk. Oh, we need to get to. Well, Mavs made a couple trades at the deadline that were good. You fill me in on that.
God.
Yeah, fill me in on that because I'm not quite there yet with the Mavericks.
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of get in that.
Yeah. Well, the deal was, it was like they were decent. They were winning not even majority of their games. Luka had to do ridiculous things in order to get the team a win night in, night out. Kyrie's been hurt a lot. And when Kyrie and Luka both play, the team looked pretty good, but still they needed better role players around them. So when the trade deadline came, it was one of those like, okay, if they don't make a trade and the right trades, like this could be the point where Luka is finally fed up. He's like, I can't do it all. I can't expect me to score 40 or 50 or 60 in a game to try and help this team win. And he wants to win. So the team was able to make a couple of trades at the deadline, which people are very excited about. Skin's my Mavs leader. He does the sidelines for all of the home games. And just to hear his reaction to the Daniel Gafford acquisition was so exciting because he heard it live on the air. He's freaking out. He's shouting.
He's the big guy, right?
Yes, he's a big man. He's basically like another Derek Lively, and Derek Lively's our rookie who's been really, really good. And that's what the Mavs were missing. They were missing like that a center, a big giant center, like that big presence, to play defense and to defend the rim, to get rebounds. And I feel like that's something the Mavs have been missing for a while, because you could see it even in the playoffs a couple of seasons ago. Like rebounding has been an issue.
I've heard a couple of Tyson Chandler-ish comparisons.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what
sign
he
me
was
up all day long for anything.
Exactly. And so you take
Tyson
that and you
Chandler-ish.
pair it with Luka and Kyrie. And they also acquired PJ Washington, who I didn't know much about before, but he seems to be a really good fit too. He's a little bit more of a ball handler, but same kind of thing as really specializing on defense as well. And that's what the Mavs needed to play better defense. Like if you're going to expect Luka to do all kinds of wizardry on offense, like you got to cut him a little slack defensively. And they were, just seems like the couple of the moves that probably could have been perfect. And they were guys that weren't really on the radar, like people that really follow this closely didn't know that they were being shopped or that they were even available. So it was like a holy crap, how'd we pull this off kind of thing. And what we gave away for them wasn't too much. Like Rashawn Holmes wasn't playing much for Dallas. Grant Williams, they were hoping would be a lot better and just didn't seem to be a good fit. Traded him away, gave up like a future first round pick. But I'm like, I'll do that all day. I don't give a shit about the future picks. Like we need something now.
So little happens in the draft anyway in the NBA.
Yes, I'm like fans. Luka, everybody's desperate for something right now. So the first two games that they've played in have been really good. They beat Oklahoma City by like 30 or something
Yeah.
on Saturday night, and both guys scored in double digits, like had a bunch of rebounds. Gafford was able to, like, I mean, you can just see him. He's a beast, like, under the net, and he's a beast and pulling down shots and making something out of a rebound or whatever. And he kind of said, he's like, I told Luca, like, you toss it up and I'll be there.
Right.
And Luca gave him that heads up too. He's like, if you're under the net and you're open, I'm going to find you. So now those two and the other role players, like we saw Maxi Kleba have a really good game last night. Against Washington, the Mavs won again. So 2 for 2 now in these games with the new players. It's opening up other people. Like, everybody's able to be better because obviously people focus on Luka and Kyrie, and now you're seeing some of the role players really step up to the plate. And these two guys seem to be such a good fit and, like, really great people too. I just heard Daniel Gafford on this morning with the Downbeat. They had him on, and he was really funny and just really happy. He's like, they're kind of in awe that they get to play with Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And they're like, this makes our job easy. This is so fun. Like, I have to check myself to not just stop and watch them sometimes, So
Yeah.
it's just like it seems like so far so good. And the Mavs are in a spot where they're kind of on the bubble of a playoff spot in the Western Conference. I think right now they're still in 8th, but like they're not far from 6th. And they just
trying to
have
get out of the play-in.
They have to get out of that play-in situation. So those two trade acquisitions, I think, can really, really do that for them.
Yeah.
So it goes from a season where you're like, oh shit, like what? I don't even know if I want to watch.
Right.
They're losing and Luka's defeated and he's sad, like he's not having fun. To holy shit, I can't wait to watch because these are the two people that this team needed. Luka's excited, Kyrie's healthy. And now we're kind of coming up on the All-Star break, and then it'll be the stretch run.
And then the Stars are coming off their All-Star break.
Yeah.
And so they'll hit the unofficial second half of the season.
Yep. And they're playing really well,
They're
too.
in a great
Jake
spot.
Ottinger's playing well. They've won, like, I think 5 of 6. They just came back from a Canadian road trip. That was really good for them. So we're kind of in prime spot now where football season's over.
Yep.
Rangers haven't started yet. And we have 2 teams that are going to be hopefully not just in the playoffs, but looking to make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
And speaking of Rangers, the TV deal finally gets announced. So
your name was in some press releases yesterday.
Yes. Bally's will broadcast the Rangers for one more season. And so everything's pretty much the same as it was last year from what I can tell. I'll be doing 65-ish games. Which is significantly less than what I've done up to this point. I did 80 regular season last year, plus, almost 20 in the stretch run and playoffs. So I was over 100 probably last year.
Are they like in clumps? Do you know the schedule? Like,
no,
are they in clumps?
I've got to figure that out.
Road games, home games. All
Yep.
that.
Yep. I'll do like 12 to 15 on the road. And then the rest will come at home. So that means,
perfect.
50 at home. That means I'll have, 30 home games off, which I've never had.
Wow.
But I'm super excited about it. I think it's a great transition year for me just to kind of start to take a step back. I can't do this forever.
Yeah.
Henry's about to start, junior high sports next year. I don't want to miss stuff.
He's
as
legit
much as I
baseball,
can.
right?
Well, baseball, he'll still be playing, but they don't play at school in baseball.
Yeah.
They don't play in school till high school. But he does have his baseball team, his MVP
Will they travel
baseball
and
team.
stuff?
So he does. We're going to College Station. I'm going to take off for that tournament.
So that's about to get serious. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll try out for like football and basketball and track or whatever. And so I don't want to miss stuff.
No.
So anyway, it's a great thing. I'm excited to be back. CJ's gone, which is sad for me, and Dave, but Dave Valley, Mike Bassick, and David Murphy will be doing. They will be platooning. And then I'm excited for my dude, Jared Sandler, who's going to get a chance to call about 10 games in the play-by-play role when Dave takes off. Because usually when Dave took off, CJ could do play-by-play, which kudos to him. Like, I don't know a lot of, guys who played in the big leagues that transitioned to an analyst role can also do that play-by-play thing. So CJ did it for, the time that he was here, which was 7 or 8 years. And then so Jared will do those games that Dave takes off. So I'm excited for him too. And then Leslie McCaslin will continue to spell me whenever I'm gone. The Rangers have so many national games. I think we have 12 already off the bat. So you go from, 162
Wow.
to kind of 150.
That's what winning a World Series will do.
Exactly. So I'm not sure if there will be others worked in, or if Leslie's going to do, 85 while I do 65, or I don't know how that's going to work, but she'll continue to, to fill in for me when I'm out.
Good.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited to be back. Glad it's finally like we know what's going to happen. This is the last year of Bally's, then they'll figure out something else. But now we can kind of move forward.
I know that's good for you. Peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Little closure on that situation.
for the
Now
love,
you can knock
yes.
out your calendar.
Oh, I can't wait. That's what I'm going to do when I leave here today. I gotta call
exciting.
Vito and be like, all right, let's talk about the calendar.
Call it calendar day.
I know. And then what's on your feed? What's in your craw? We'll bring back. I'm back on Twitter, I guess. I was riding high.
You were
after that
excited about it.
Super Bowl win.
Yeah, you were. You tweeted about it.
So I tweeted, "Take that and rewind it back," which is Usher lyrics.
Yes.
Thank you. And then I was like, started seeing posts about baseball, and I'm like, "What's up, baseball? Here we go."
So that was
My
like
turn.
probably that was the night of the Super Bowl.
The night of the Super Bowl.
So that was probably like post wine, pre early bird.
Yes. Before bet. Yes.
You were in
100%.
the sweet spot.
I was in the sweet spot. This was riding high off of winning my Super Bowl bet.
Yep.
Had a couple glasses of wine, fired off that tweet, and then I thought I'm gonna hit him with one more, and then I don't think I've looked
Hit
at.
him with one
I
more.
looked at Twitter one time yesterday, and somebody goes, "Didn't you? Oh, interesting. Didn't you say Twitter was a cesspool?" And I'm like, I did, and it is. But here I am.
Like who gives
Yes,
a shit?
it's not. It's still. It's not like I came back because it's a much better place.
right. No.
I just realized too, like with baseball season coming up, there is certain things you can
Yes.
get broken on Twitter.
Oh yes.
I mean, the fucking lineup gets
re-
posted on Twitter
Exactly.
before anywhere else.
Dude.
So
yes.
it's like I will say I broke a habit as far as it's not the first thing I check in the morning. I mean, I can tell you I've been on it, 5 times since I re-downloaded it a week or two ago, whenever I did it. So I definitely have, I'm not consuming it the way that I was, but there is something about it still that's very valuable to me
Oh,
in
yeah.
my job.
Yeah.
And so, I'm sure I'll get on there and fire some stuff off. And
Heck yeah.
I think too, just like taking a step back and like what we talked about, like with the whole debacle with, at the end of the regular season last year, that I think I was checking it too much. I was too invested in what was being said, and why would I feel the need to defend something on Twitter? Like it just goes against like everything I tell like my kids. Like it just wasn't. I just was so caught up in it.
Yeah.
Like I was so adamant about defending the Rangers, and they didn't party in, Seattle or wherever the fuck we were. Like
Yeah.
none of that happened, and I felt the need to defend it. And it's like, what am I doing? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like just give it up.
like
Like
just take a step back.
who cares?
But it's easy to fall into that. like,
Yeah,
where you
and
feel like you
to
have
where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna set the record straight. Like, who cares? It's
Yes.
it's a fucking cesspool. Like
Yeah.
it's there's some parts of it that are beneficial to what I do, and
Yes.
so anyway, I'll
Well,
try, and
welcome
I
back.
can't, and I would fall into those Twitter fights here and there where I'm like, oh, feeling feisty. Let's get in a Twitter fight.
Yeah. I got
hopefully-
time today.
Hopefully, I can avoid that.
yeah.
But I mean, it's that's just honest talk right there. That it's like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm above falling into the traps of social
I
media.
mean, we all do it.
yeah,
And
So-
seeing mean things about you anywhere is sometimes hard to
yeah, it
avoid,
sucks.
or a team you love, whether it's you or the team you
Yeah.
love. Like it's hard. So
Yeah.
you're just
Anyway.
human.
So anyway,
I'm
yeah,
glad that you're back.
Back on Twitter. I don't know how present I'll be, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
figured
good. I'm
I'd
glad
do
you're
it.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah, we missed you.
thank you very much. Okay, next week, what do we have? We have guests next week, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to Epic Waters
yes.
next week.
Y'all come to Epic Waters. with us.
Come. Yes, Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, come hang out with us.
We'll
at
be
Epic
there at
Waters.
2:00.
2:00.
Yep.
Henry's got a game. I'm coming right after that. I feel like it's 2.
It is
like-
2. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we scheduled it so you could go to Henry's game, and Ryder has a game which
Okay.
got moved up anyway, so now I've got a little bit more time to work with. So I think I am going to bring my children.
Saturday. Yeah, Henry has a noon. So
Yeah.
I'll go right after that. Okay.
Yeah. And Kelly and the kids are going to come up, and we're going to kill the rest of the afternoon, I think. Up.
Well, maybe I'll see if mine want to come too.
Yeah, it was like busy before, but then afterwards I'm like,
Yeah.
They loved it when I mentioned it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
posted on the mom game. Like, they wouldn't shut up about it when I was talking about it on our mom game stories, in which they're planning out which rides they're going to go on and everything else. And it's an indoor water park, if you're not familiar. And we do have a discount code if you want to join us on Saturday or anytime. The mom game in all caps will save you money when you're checking out at the Epic Waters website, and we will be there this Saturday. They have a bunch of really fun stuff going on, and spring break. If you're not going out of town, like, it's such a great way to spend your time during spring break, and they're offering some really good deals right now. So hopefully you'll come see us this coming Saturday at Epic Waters, and if not this Saturday, just make sure you use that code, the mom game, if you do want to go out there. We highly recommend it, and it's a great way to wear your children out and just kind of sit back and watch them go down some slides and have fun and not have to worry about the weather. So we'll be there Saturday, and we are super grateful to Epic Waters and all of our wonderful sponsors. And you know.
Yeah. Thanks to
Ready for
Gateway,
that.
Coppola, Geico,
Early
Epic
Bird.
Waters, Early Bird. Come see us at Epic Waters on Saturday.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you next week from Epic Waters. In the meantime, Mom Game out.
Mom game out.
The Mom Game is proud to partner with local Geico offices, Victoria Elliott, proudly serving your local community.